Ray, what do you want to do tonight?
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
There is a law of action that is not really spoken of when mentioned with the law of attraction. The other day, I was listening to Joe Rogan's podcast, and he mentioned that he hates the movie The Secret because it teaches that all you have to do is sit on your couch and visualize, and things will come to you. He believed this was an inaccurate key to success. Well, Joe, you're absolutely right. Even though I am a huge fan of The Secret and it did change my life, I understand where the misunderstanding comes from. From my experience, nothing happens in the physical world without action. Action is always the final step to complete any manifestation. You might have heard faith without works is dead, and that is absolutely true. Action is what is required to bring the mental world into the physical 9 times out of 10. Now, I have attracted things with little to no effort at all. I remember one time, for 2 weeks straight, I visualized a whole bunch of checks coming in through the mail. Fast forward 1 month later, and my wife randomly drops down 4 to 5 checks right in front of me, asking me to sign them. So I do know that you can attract things to you with little to no effort at all. Even though some of these checks came from my past actions, they still arrived rather effortlessly. But if you want to attract a new lifestyle or a home or a particular career or a certain type of success in that career, you must put forth effort plus vision mixed with action. Anytime I took bold faith action, my reality began to change rapidly. There are 2 types of action. There is momentum action and inspired action. Both sets play a role in the creation and manifestation of a desired outcome. I have found that they both work, and they both are necessary parts of creating your reality. Momentum action is action that gets the ball rolling, which in turn creates a snowball effect. This action is all about getting started. Many people don't take action because they don't see how they can complete the process. That's not your job. Your job is to get the ball rolling and have faith that every step will be provided for you. Just like Martin Luther King said, you don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. See, when you take action, that action creates an effect that attracts to it the next step. All energy attracts similar energy. A body in motion stays in motion. A body at rest stays at rest. Your goal is to get the body in motion. Stir up that energy. And by stirring up that energy, you begin to act on your belief that it is possible. Momentum action is also known as blind action. Instead of waiting for something to happen to you, you are now creating ripples and causing things to happen. Believe it or not, this action does work. I have had a lot of success from taking this approach just by simply getting started. Also, most people don't take this approach because most people are too lazy. Laziness will keep you exactly where you are now. To get different results, you must take different actions. The next action is called inspired action. This is where you get nuggets and ideas from out the blue that enter your subconscious mind. This is when you feel almost compelled to call a certain person or turn right at the light instead of left. This action is all about guidance. You feel led to do a particular thing. I have noticed that when I take this action, everything seems to fall in place almost effortlessly. When working with inspired action, you will feel as if no effort was involved, even if it was. This is also called being in the flow. You will find that the completion will seem almost seamless. My recommendation is to do both sets of action, but the key is to do something to get the ball rolling. If there is no door for you to enter, it is your responsibility to create that door. Also, there is a misconception about working hard. People think that if they just work hard and long, this will be more than enough to be successful. Wrong. You can work hard all you want, but if you don't clearly know what it is you want, and if the vision isn't there, and if you don't truly believe, you will remain stagnant, mediocre, and ordinary. Billions of people all over the world work extremely hard without getting anywhere. That's because they're missing the key elements of visualization, feeling, and belief. Most people remain small because they have a limited belief system. They feel small, they take small actions, and they visualize small dreams. That's why you have people like Conor McGregor, who forms a clear picture in his mind, works extremely hard, and manifests his visions into physical reality. Do you think Conor worked harder than his opponents? Absolutely not. Every fighter in the UFC works extremely hard. What separates him from the pack is Conor thought bigger. He dreamed bigger and formed bigger visions. So he manifested the biggest fights and the biggest checks.
How do you do that? How do you predict these
if
things?
you can see it here and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen. So I see these shots, I see these sequences, and I don't shy away from them. A lot of times people believe in certain things, but they keep to themselves. They don't put it out there. If you truly believe in it, if you become vocal with it, you are creating that law of attraction and it will become reality.
Therefore, big vision mixed with big belief, mixed with big action is the winning combination. And for Joe Rogan, I am a fan of your work. I thoroughly enjoy the way you think and how you process information. I am grateful for your podcast and for your existence. I don't always agree with everything you say, but I still enjoy the way you think. Please keep going. For the listeners out there, please send this to Joe Rogan. This is Justin from YouAreCreators, and we support your dreams.